170 and 171, we're going to learn about how to find percents of numbers. And page 170 talks about percent of the number, which means we're going to have to round to the nearest cent. And page 171 talks about using fractions. So let's jump into this. Kim bought a dress for this much. On a layaway plan or lay-by plan, it required a 35% down payment. So we automatically know how to make 35% as a decimal, and they show us that right here, which required how much was the down payment. So they tell us this quick number sentence: 35% of. Of means multiply. It's real simple, so we're going to multiply those two numbers. They do all the math for us, and they come up with this crazy number with a long decimal. And I'm telling you, I cannot give a store clerk that much money because they don't make our cents that small. So we got to round it to the nearest penny or the nearest hundredth. And this tells us how to do that. We're going to look at the thousandths place, and that's less than 5. So this is just going to go away. You will need your calculator. I'm going to use my calculator on the side so that way I don't have to jump between screens. The first few problems tell us to round to the nearest cent. This should be really easy for you guys by now. We're going to round this number, so this one has to be 4. It's 4 or less, so I'm leaving it as 4.65. Let's look at number 3. And the rounding this number, so this number is 5 or more, so I'm rounding up, so it's $8.05. We have mastered 1 through 8, so let's get to what we're really here for. We're here for 14% of $8. So I'm going to go 0.14 times 8 into my calculator, and that's going to give me a number. 0.14 times 8 into my calculator gave me this as a number, 1.12. And because that was a nice, neat number, I can just leave it. Let's try to find one that's going to give us a messy number. Let's do this one. Again, I'm going to go 0.79 of means times 25.13 equal. So I'm going to put all that into my calculator. 0.79 times 25.13. And oh boy, did that give me a mess. I have 19.8527. So again, I'm rounding to the nearest cent. So this is what I'm rounding to. And because that's less than 5, I'm just going to leave it. So my answer to this problem is $19.85. I want you guys to get used to this because it will make sense next week when we're going to spend a whole bunch of time on that. The regular price of a volleyball is $12.95. They're on sale for 15% off. Woohoo! That's a sell. What is the dollar amount of the reduction, aka the sell? What's the sell price of the volleyball? So I'm going to multiply those two numbers. 12.95 times 0.15, because I know that 15% as a decimal is 0.15. So I'm going to go 12.95 times 0.15 equals, and I get a mess. I get 1.9425. So again, I got to round to the nearest cent. That's going to be this, my nearest cent. So I'm looking at that. So the sell price is $1.94. Try that out for those. Now we're going to get into fractions. So same thing, but we need to realize if we have 1/3, if anything ends in a third or sixth, that's a repeating fraction. So this is going to be 1 divided by 3 times 240. And they come up with some mess to get you there. Just try it my way. See what you get. So again, change the fractions to fractionless terms. You should know some of these, many of these by memory. I'm going to skip this because I really want you to focus on this. Again, these should be put into your brain, but you can always use this as a division sign, that fraction. So 1 divided by 4 of means times 84. So I can easily put that into my calculator. 1 divided by 4 times 84 equals, I didn't do that right, it gave me a negative number. 1 divided by 4 times 84 equals 21. 2 divided by 3, we're going to do 13. 2 divided by 3, and it's giving me a messy number, times 15 equals 10. So 2 divided by 3 times 15. And I just want you guys to get into the habit of doing this for our calculator. Now, this one's easy to change into a decimal because I know that's really 12.5% or 0.125 times 80. So 0.125 times 80 equals 10. 66 and 2/3 is really, and we should know this by now, is 2 over 3. So I'm going to go and I'm going to change that to 2 divided by 3, since a fraction might mess you up, times 30. So 2 divided by 3 times 30 equals 20. Go ahead and try those out, and we'll finish this up together as a class.